Sex is no more a priority.
You know that is necessary, but because of the age,
Unless I want to kill myself.
except you want to kill yourself, but you are my husband now. I'm not going anywhere. I have the urge, but for now,
It's unnecessary.
it's unnecessary.
I don't like sex. I don't know how to do it.
One thing about sex is that if a man cannot satisfy his sexual urge, the man might look outside. If the man mistakenly fall into all these Calabar girls' hand, it might be disastrous to the family.
We brought 4 aged couples into the studio today to discuss some difficult questions about their relationship.
Growing up, seeing my mother and my father fighting, it was not a palatable experience. As a young child, I made up my mind that my marriage will work.
It is rare. It is rare. It is rare. It is rare. It is rare.
Would they be able to face this ultimate test of honesty? I am a better cook.
I know you can cook.
Better than you,
I know,
That's
but
all.
me too, I can cook.
but not as.
No, I know you can cook better than me.
That's all.
You know your guy. Ogbafo guy.
You know I cook very well as well, but you know there is no way I can cook that I can be better than you, especially when it comes to all these small shop of a thing.
But for there.
Anyway, I give it to you. And it comes to that, I'm trying.
You're not trying.
But then anyway.
Because I remember when we just got married, you're telling me that your mother taught you how to cook. I think since we got married, you only cook once.
I don't like staying in the kitchen
she
too
don't like staying in the
long.
kitchen.
The stress there, the ideology, everything. Though I cook, but the little one I cook, I take my time to cook it and forget about it. But for me, repeatedly going to kitchen and cook, I beg, leave me out.
There is one particular food from their side. They normally call it black soup. In fact, I love it. She knows how to cook it very well, and it's the best.
So the cooking is part of me. So I love cooking. In fact, I can see cooking as part of my hobby.
And maybe because I'm a retiree, I sit at home. I have time for everything, but she's not always around. But I'm sure- You can cook,
Me, I sabi cook.
but not better than I.
I know say you sabi cook, I know. But me, I dey cook. You say if you know.
I know.
The additional thing is, I believe it's the responsibility of a woman to cook. My take. And that was the reason I withdrew when it comes to cooking. So I give that to you. My name is Pastor Martins Tolashoibo, and I'm also a businessman. I run an haulage and logistic company, and beside me is my beautiful wife. We've been married for the past 20 years. The grace of God has been sufficient for us.
I'm Dickness Kehinde Shoyebo. I'm into laundering and dry cleaning service. We are blessed with 5 kids. Something I admire about him is a very mature man. I like the way he handles situation in a very mature way. I love that.
She's a praying machine. That gives me courage, you know, that tomorrow is sure.
I am the more romantic partner.
I remember I still said that, was it last night or day before? You know, I was like, I love you more than you love me. There's no doubt.
Whoever that marries Esu right from the onset should know what we face.
Thank you.
Be that as it may, you know, you can see my expectation that at least be more romantic. And in a way, just come up at least 20 years.
I always initiate the idea.
Sometimes I do, but yours is more frequent than mine.
Probably when you are still new and that love is still shocking.
Is it not shocking again now?
But when you are growing, don't tell the back when you are so
Since we got married, you've only called him my love. You have never called him by my real name. And you said sometimes you say some sweet word that if we are not together, if I remember, I would just laugh.
And you know, anywhere I am, in fact, if I put a call across, and even my friends, and they didn't hear hello love, they are like, what happened? You've not called her today. I said, don't worry, I've spoken with her. But because I don't want people to make jest of me at times, I was like, let me just, hello.
You always make the move anyway. I don't think towards that side most often. The other part of it, the foreplay, all those stuff, I'm still learning.
Even up to today.
Yes.
When we were newly married, to hold her is a problem. Leaning on her is a problem. She will just tell you, it's part of the
game.
It's part of the game.
I know one of the reasons it looks as if you're not that romantic is
because I'm introvert.
Because you're shy, and I'm an extrovert. I can kiss you anyway. You don't usually do. I know you fully well that there's nobody anywhere.
Yes, I'm trying my best. I will.
There were moments I doubted our marriage would last.
I never doubt maybe one day will come that marriage will not last. In the sense that we always use Bible together.
Okay. Say you doubt. It has never crossed my mind.
Just a little doubt somehow.
What happened?
You know that you are the type that doesn't forget things easily. Issues come up and we have sort it out. If another one comes up again, you will bring up that 20th century issue and I will have forgotten. So by the time you bring it out, you will give me a headache. Nígbà tí kinní yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní the other time. N tó ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nìyẹn o tún sọ. Eléyìí again. I will not be looking at myself. Sure, I will be able to cope like this.
The moment I first doubted is about the sisters that said, I'm too young for the brother. That's the first time I doubted of the marriage.
I don't even look at that side at all because she has some, friends, brings friends to me. For me to enjoy you, I knew that time that God has arranged the union together. I don't need to bother myself. And I've never doubted her. And if you involve God in whatever you do, it will never fail. And it's on that belief I'm still standing on right now.
If you have not done it wrong, I will not even remember the past. Because it is the same thing that I corrected you initially, that you still do again. So it is a must that I say, the same thing you did the other time. Even up till now, you will still do the same thing.
Don't you forget matter?
And don't you learn to learn?
I learned to learn, but you forget matter the way you always bring up the issues.
That is why you should not repeat the same thing again.
To err is man, to forgive is man.
And then I've forgiven you.
You bring it up.
I'm only trying to call your attention to the past so that you will be able to mend the present.
I always remember my dad's voice. He always told me that even though I'm right, I should just keep quiet for some times so that the mind of my husband will be cool before I can now ask a question. I always do that thing because it's always helped me. That is why I could be able to cope.
There was a day, I think we were in an argument. You shouted. And I think I said it before we got married that I don't like you shouting on me. And you were shouting. I was like, hey, with this, how this thing is going to continue. But after some times, I begin to understand that that's just you.
The language I'm not comfortable with. Doubt. You doubt whether it will last. That's the area I'm just looking at. Why did you doubt?
I think that was the first 2 years we got married, not now.
Okay.
But after some time, yes.
Okay, because I shouted, you now felt, can you continue?
But now, there's no any doubts now.
From day one, I know I've carried my cross. In fact, even this year, on January 1st, I went to her while she was still in bed. I said, oh dear, I just want to thank you and appreciate you for everything, for not picking my course, for not doing this, for disobeying me at times. I appreciate you, I thank you. I have to thank you for even the wrong thing now. My name is Fafoluyi Omoni Yulubenga. I got married 24 years ago. I'm a civil servant, a business administrator, and a marriage counselor.
I am Mrs. Fafoluyi Dorcas. I'm a professional teacher, a wedding compare, wedding engager, and an entrepreneur. We got to know one another, let's say 1989. That's when it comes to say, okay, but we got married 2001. So it is about 23 years or so.
Sex becomes less necessary as we both age in the marriage.
It becomes less necessary because I have to bring this one out. She's from the Ijaw land.
I'm from Bayelsa.
Bayelsa is Ijaw now.
Oh, yeah.
If they have any daughter, especially the first daughter, they cut off their clitoris. That's what they did, so that she will not be Báwo ṣe ń pè wọ́n? That one even reduced her sex life. Yeah, I was the one that disvirgined her. And where they cut off really pains, and it is still, according to her. So I know how God blessed me with my children.
I don't like sex. You are the one that would always call me, but I don't know how to do it.
I believe that as we grow older, we need to also enhance our sexual life.
There was a time I even asked you, I said, didn't you love me? Why is it that it is me that you not be asking you, okay, let me hug you, let me hold you? Me, I won't stop anyway.
Me too, I will continue learning.
So you better do.
Sex is to be enjoyed. And I believe as a couple, especially for someone like me that do not have anybody outside, it is better we keep enjoying each other than to be lost in after someone outside.
One thing about sex is that it is not just for childbearing alone.
I know, but it's not easy.
But it also brings us together. If a man cannot satisfy his sexual urge in the family, the man might look outside. And if the man mistakenly fall into all these Calabar girls' hands, it might be disastrous to the family.
And I actually decided that I should have pity on myself. Getting older, I'm marrying a agile girl. If any man doesn't reduce his something, he will just pass away unnecessarily.
Are you the only one that carry responsibility? Even before responsibility, did you even do that?
You know, it's not only me, but when you go
hang it on responsibilities,
it's a learning process.
For how long? That's why I said I've taken everything. I like you.
It might not be as before. Perhaps when we are younger, just like me too, when I'm younger, I know how powerful I can be. But at least you still have to continue to do it to strengthen the bond and the relationship. She's over 50 and she's looking younger. And it's one of those things.
Necessary. You know that is necessary. But because of the age and the years that Jowa, apart from the circumcision or any, the urge is there. But I now look at it that, okay, except you want to kill yourself.
But look at you.
And look at me.
You are still...
But you are my husband now. I'm not going anywhere.
I know.
I'm for you. I have the urge, but for now...
It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary.
That's it. My name is Samuel Olufunsho Fadashe. I've been married for... how many years now?
36.
36 years now.
This March 2nd.
March 2nd, 36. I'm blessed with 3 boys.
My name is Ebika Abuere Esther Fadashe. I'm from Bayelsa. My husband is from Undo. Something I love most about my husband is a very kind and soft, gentle man. Me, I'm a vibrant woman. She understands. That's why I love him.
It's always there for me in anything. My wife is my best friend. She's very close to God. To me, she does everything right.
I have made sacrifices for this relationship that I regret.
Knowing you has brought good things to my life. And that is why I cannot even stand on your errors, on your mistakes. Except for me to regret it. I cherish it now.
You don't understand the question.
I understand. Now,
Okay.
we're talking about sacrifice for the marriage. It still boils down to the home.
That you regret.
That I wouldn't have done it. Yes. So many years back, Precious was in primary school. I had to spend the money that I borrowed for business. You know about it. But because of the pressure you were giving me, I had to use it. And for a long period of time, didn't pay back. I was like, why did I do this? For that, I regretted it. But because I knew that it was meant, for this thing. And I use it for another purpose, which is to at least ensure that my home, is in order. I regretted that.
I have not in any way sacrificed anything to this marriage that I regret. As a man, sometimes you go extra mile, you stretch yourself, but I still love it. Sometimes I overstretch, but I still love it.
You are a gold that is covered with unattractive puzzle. But it is when you unlock it that you see the value. You are a gem. I appreciate you who you are, honestly.
Even with me repeating the same thing over
that
and over.
one is just by the way.
That is what I want to know. And that is why even if I have the opportunity of choosing all over again, I will see trace and I still come to you because you manage me.
I will not
you manage
come
me
to
very
Nigeria.
well. You will not come to Nigeria. Maybe I will not be in Nigeria then too. But wherever you go, I will go.
How will you know?
You will just see.
No sacrifice I've made for you that I will ever regret. My dad always said that, o gbọ́dọ̀ forí tì. When I now got married, and I look at it that nǹkan tó máa forí tì, it's not a easy thing, but I need to put more effort.
I think the sacrifice I made is when we moved to Ogun State from Lagos. And the children were still small. I know how to fulfill some of my business clients so that to take care of them. I know it got to a stage sometimes I was like, why would I do this? Today, I'm happy. All the children God has given us, there's no one that is wayward. That sacrifice I made then, I can see it in their lives.
I feel we've grown apart a little bit as we've aged.
Anything that will move us apart, except that though, I don't want it.
When you get married, as youth, that intimacy will be very, very close. That time you get close to yourself. But as the time runs out, age will tell. There's little one can do. For instance, sex is no more a priority. So there will be space.
It's been amazing.
Even the children can testify and say, if you do as if you got married yesterday.
You know the kind juju that you use for me. I say it.
We are close, except time that I will not be around, except that time.
Travels a lot.
Travels a lot, so we are always close because he's my best friend.
For me too, I don't love the idea. Let us grow together, live together, and we might not die together.
Growing together, has been an amazing, thing. I bless God for that.
Our relationship was as a result of love at first sight.
I know. She never loved me from onset. Ọlọ́run bá mi mú ni.
You don't say Ọlọ́run bá mi mú.
Ọlọ́run bá mi mú.
It's the arrangement of God. You know women cannot just say yes and yes now. It's not possible.
I know it goes this way. That women, they make fool on what they like. Even if they love you, they will still tell you no. I was the one that was totally and fully in love.
I don't believe in love at first sight anyway. So when you came and said love, I was not ready. That's why it took you that long time.
I wasn't ready then too. I was only trying to prepare and keep you for future.
So am I handbag or money?
In fact, funny enough, we were in the same class for years and I never knew that you were there. Until a statement that you made one day. The first time that I heard that voice, then that love now just started growing in me.
Dominating.
I said, wow, I did everything possible to a point that I have to go and even call a friend of mine who is very good at, I give it to that guy. So I said, Ola, come and help me. He was stubborn. And Ola, come and help me. That my friend will come all the way to Oyewole to come and help me to talk to this lady. And at the end of the day, I'll be looking at them from distance. They be talking, they be laughing, they be smiling. At the point I called me, I said, hey, are you sure you are working for me? But this one that you are discussing and you are laughing at, that my friend then.
Was a trusted one, Dabi?
Yeah, Finyele. But I trusted him anyway. Because when I'm talking to you, you always give me one answer for thousands of words.
But to him, I relate well.
You keep on laughing, talking, chatting. So I later realized that both okay because they are both literature students. So they are using my case to discuss. At the point I have to call Ola, I say, Ola, I'm not sure you are working for me. He said, already I cannot do that for you. Why is it that it is my own turn now that you can't get this one? Because even the letter I wrote that time, it was Ola that initiated the idea. So I wrote the letter and I gave it to Ola to proofread before I go and deliver letter. So immediately he saw the letter, he shouted and started laughing. You cannot write a letter like this and win a lady. When Ola wrote the letter.
The letter worked for me.
Wait, I read the letter. from beginning to the end, even as a man, I was falling in love with that letter.
Did it work?
But I don't even know why that letter did not even work on you.
Yeah, it's because I don't like this love at first. I was not ready.
I remember one thing from that letter. They said, even if you say you have gotten someone already, there's no big deal. But give me a chance. Because what is the essence of having 4 keys for a single padlock? Because I said, wow, this one is super. Because even if you want to give any excuse, the answer is there that you must have me as
spare tire.
But even with that, the letter does not work. In fact, could you believe that this letter stayed a week in my hand before I could deliver it? Anytime I see her, my heart beats. I don't even know, unlike these days that everybody just, even on phone, you just get a lady anyhow. But then it was tug of war.
You are very persistent in coming and in telling me, showing me your love and kindness. But later, I now thought of it. Gradually, I started falling in love, but I was hiding it. But there was a day I saw a flyer that a lady gave you. On that flyer,
with love from Jumoke. And it was just an invite.
I say, yay, if I don't talk on time, hey, this man will go. And that is when I told him, I said, okay, I agree. I love you. I would like to go audition you.
Do you know that even that time, you made a statement that made me feel as if I was not properly created or I was not even in existence?
What is that?
There was a time I was begging you. I said, if I come tomorrow, you said no. At least let me just be happy for a day. And she said, okay, come back tomorrow. Then the following day, when I got to you, you said the word love. Exactly. It's a word of commitment.
Yes. So.
And I cannot commit myself to you. I say, so the word love is a word of commitment. Automatically, I have not seen your dictionary. I left your home that very day, not as a happy man. I still have the copy of that letter. If I know that the question like this will come, I brought that letter along with me.
I take my time before I am committed to a man. So for you getting me, you are very special. I have really scrutinized you and you have the pass mark.
Love is blind.
Love is not blind.
In as much as I know that I love you, love is not blind.
It's not blind.
Love is not blind. As long as I'm not blind, I know what I want. So I don't see love to be blind. It is what I want that I go for.
That's me.
Yeah.
Do you know what love is?
Love is not blind, though.
And do you know what love?
Love is you caring for somebody. That is love. No matter what you need to love that person.
It's what I love that I see now. So when you love things, then you appreciate it.
There is something you forgot to say. Oh. You should have said that, when you see me, you see that I'm handsome. That is why you also fell for me that time.
I think my own perception about love is blind. That before people get married, they will have seen a kind of red flags.
Okay.
But they just overlook it and
in the name of love is blind, doesn't matter.
Did you see any red flags where we...
Red flag?
I didn't see any red flag.
No, there's nothing like red flag.
I don't believe that love is blind. Yoruba used to say something like that. Taban sunkun, amariran. You cannot say because you are crying now, you now close your eyes and enter the main road. No, love is not blind.
People see the wrong thing in their partner, but in the name of love is blind, they will go into it. But for me and you, necessary adjustment has been made. But love is not blind.
You don't get married to make correction. When you see that you cannot tolerate it, it's better you let go. I don't say because she's beautiful, you will suffer it at the end of it all.
Maybe when I get home now, I'll go to check the dictionary to see what is the meaning of this love. You care for somebody, does it tally with that love?
Yes, no. Just like Christ loves us, no matter how we behave.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
I feel like aging has made me more concerned about you.
I love that.
Because as we are getting older, we are getting more familiar. Then let me manage this lady. So I'm not managing you. I say,
you are managing me.
Yes.
You know that there is difference between managing and loving someone.
The manage.
No,
not that way. That I am managing some things that I've seen as issues. I say,
okay, does it mean that I have more issues than benefits?
No. My call was similar. No.
My wife don't rest You know, there are times you jump out of bed and like, it is always a thing of concern for me. Especially about you. Take time, rest. The moment you are in good order, my mind will be at rest.
I so much love to look for any opportunity, any food that have nutrients that can fit your age. You know, I always Google so that I will be able to see what can benefit me and you.
It's a fact. Every day that I get older, I'm feeling concerned about you. But I want to go first.
No.
You say no. Do you want to go before me?
You know, there was a time you have an injury. It is a bone issue. When we grow older, the bone will be getting old as well. We have to do something now that can make us to manage it, so that one person will not be a vegetable, the other person will still be active. Before you know it, the person that is active may become a vegetable along the line because of taking care of the person and not running around and all that.
Well, as we are enjoying ourselves now, we should be going like that. You should not leave me alone.
Me too, I don't want to leave you now.
That is how it's going to be. Timba lotan de no le ma bo. Ma dàgbà darúgbó jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ máa lágbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo bá ṣe ń lọ sí ọ̀hún yẹn, Germany lọ tá à ń padà wálé. I want to go back again, maybe US, London by his head. Together. And come back. Títí máa fi 90. Tó bá ti di pé ẹnu ti wá.
You know what I'm saying is, you know, I'm trying to manage some things that I've been complaining about.
Only one thing, but okay. I'm not complaining about your own.
You are free to talk. Oh, this is an open ground for everybody to call.
I'm only. Oh, he said love covered multitude of sin.
I wish we traveled or experienced life more together while we were younger.
I even love traveling, but because of the circumstances that come in after our wedding, will not allow us to be able to do so.
And Tomolo, it's that time that we want to be traveling all over the place.
The question is that we yes, I wish.
You know, one of the obstructions we have was my finance. I just resigned. The Lord told me to go and get married. It was a shock to me too.
Well, I wish we could travel before at least. But the thing is, the money issue. And where do we go?
Especially now.
We've traveled
to
Berlin,
Belgium.
On a visit but not to go and sit down there because I want to learn something again. We can't go there and sit down there now.
This is your wish, and this is also my wish. By the time we get married, we're supposed to, even if not outside the country, but let's travel, enjoy. And also the fact that traveling is not really my hobby.
But if there is opportunity now, maybe after our children are done in school, I wish to do so.
Immediately after the wedding, she got pregnant. Even though we wish to do it there is no much fun.
Now that we have better understanding about so-called enjoyment, most times I look at it, what do people enjoy? And with the children, that God has given us now, they're like, Mommy, Daddy, take time, go out. My concentration is you, the children, everybody doing well. For me, I'm okay. But then
we have already have it in mind that immediately when our last one is done in school, then I will be able to move around. And that is the time for us to enjoy ourselves more.
You have been a good wife. So if I have means of taking you out of this country to go and spoil you there, then...
Spoil or enjoy?
We enjoy. I want to pamper you. To pamper you and spoil you there. I say, so in this life, I still have the mind of taking you out of the shore of this country.
There are parts of myself I feel you never truly understood.
Me personally, mi rò pé nǹkan kan wà lára mi tó bá tó fẹ́ understand nǹkan gbà ló fẹ́ understand.
There is one part of me that you have not really understand. Sometimes I like surprises. By the time I bring out the surprises for you, pleasant ones, you appreciate it and you take it. But later, you now say, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ now? What if you can't hear pamọ́ fún mi jù? I don't hear me like it. And you know that it is surprises that makes lives interesting. So that is that aspect of me that you have not really understood. So you are taking it as if I'm not that open to you.
But wait, when you are talking about surprises, you surprise me in a particular way, maybe a gift. I do appreciate it.
I don't say you are not appreciating.
Wait, what you don't understand is this. When you are being secretive at times, probably somebody believe that, mo ti sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ, your wife should be able to tell me. You will not tell me, I will not know anything. That I will now be asked later or be hearing and say, ṣé o gbọ́ ni? You now be is that surprise? That is not surprise. Those are the area that I always question you about. That's all. Forgetfulness. Probably you are forgetting and you want to cover up and tell me, maybe she's surprised if it is not that one is not surprised, because by the time you will talk, it will have been late.
As we are growing, I don't want you to be staying out for long, but I love you to be around so that all of us, both the family, our children, will be able to enjoy you.
I am not an isolated person. When I live in this area, I want people to know me that I live in this area. One might not see the benefit now, but it might be tomorrow. Something might happen to your child. They will say, that is the son of so person. Not that people will now start saying, who is that person? When men sit together, they have their own gist. It's quite different from when you are with your wife and your children. There are some gists that you cannot even... That is why I've been finding it difficult to adjust.
As God take wire you.
Life.
It's different from the way God take wire me. So I understand. But that's your quietness. Stop putting things in your mind. Just let go. Everything will be all right.
Bọ́lọ́run ṣe dá mi nìyẹn.
Mo mọ̀ pé Bọ́lọ́run ṣe dá yín.
Hereditary.
And the area too, I want you to, I've been talking about
I
it.
know you've said that this morning.
Please. No, not that one now.
Okay.
Since we share the same bedroom, means anytime you use the toilet, please flush.
No, it's not every time.
I just say anytime you finish using, so that make the place
Thank God
smell,
you mentioned toilet.
make the place
Thank God
smell
you mentioned
nice.
toilet.
True.
Please, anytime I come in, let my bed be in the right shape. You know I don't like it.
But you know that when they don't send me, I will not talk. So maybe the person should be saying, let your husband know. So that I will not become olofofo.
So those are the things that you're not saying, I don't want to tell you because they did not send me to you. But they assume that a message has been passed across.
I've been trying now anyway. What I think I will do, maybe I am spending 2 hours and now I will adjust and spend like 1.5 hours. Gradually, maybe I will be able to. But one thing is that I love association. Perhaps maybe when we are older, when it remains only me and you, I will be able to readjust very well.
It's better you adjust now.
I am Falola Taiwo, and this is my friend. It's good to get married to your friend. Last year we did our 20 years anniversary. So we are 20 plus.
I'm Falola Olabisi, and this is my lovely husband. The first time I met him, we do have a convention. If I'm the only person that is going, I will take my own food along. But during that time, there were like 3 that came to my seat. What did you have? And I did what I have for them. So later, when he now said, can we be a friend? So I now look at him that, okay, we can be a friend. That is how we started rolling. Since like 6 years before friend now get married.
Looking back, I feel there were times I could have appreciated you more.
I've been looking for a time yet that I will appreciate you more based on your support for the family and for myself as well. Now, I can only try. But that trial, to me, is not enough. I wish I could do more.
I don't think I have any outstanding appreciation that I've not done. I always do it instantly.
You're 1 in a million. I'm not saying that to impress you.
One of the days I will never forget in my life.
It was my birthday. Okay, then I was doing farming, fish farming. and there was nothing to eat. It was the era of greeting cards. You couldn't afford to buy one, no food to eat, no money to buy greeting cards, and yet you still put up a paper, write some words, but the one major word that never skipped my mind when you said, if I come 1 million times, I will choose you. Most times when I think, back to those days, I was just like, I know you have done a lot. Especially, making it 20 years together, I have these feelings that I'm supposed to have done more than this. I've not done enough.
My husband appreciates me. I appreciate him more.
Appreciation is not static. Mo ṣe appreciate ẹ̀ ń sọ lè dọ̀là kí n bá appreciate
tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀tún pé
the more bẹ́ẹ̀yàn bá ṣe yín obìnrin lórí ẹ̀
bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìgbà yẹn lórí obìnrin máa ń wú. So let me just keep it to myself.
Yes. Nǹkan kan téèyàn bá sọ yẹn á mìíràn látọkàn ẹ̀ pé.
I could remember that I fell down. I could not be able to walk. I'm using crutches. I could not get up to go and even to clean up myself, to bathe, to eat. It's very difficult for me. You come around and you even leave your business that you are doing at that time. You always take care of me, giving me food, taking me to bathroom, do all necessary things for me. I say, Jehovah, where did I get this man? But I need to appreciate him. But you did not know what I'm thinking about. If God have not used you, maybe I don't know what could have happened. So I really appreciate you. And I will always appreciate you. The more I have more to do, I will continue to do it.
Thank you.
I believe I should have appreciated you very well, considering the sacrifices through the year, tolerance, then the show of love through the year.
So you know?
Yes. Any burumona. Okay. You two have your own. Sometimes I think maybe I should just pack something, give it to you and appreciate you. But December expenses is always much. That's why sometimes I feel like I have not appreciated you.
Then you have solution to that. Start saving from today. Get a till boss. I'll be saving the money because my mind is on it now. I'll be expecting something bigger by the end of the year.
No problem.
I just want to say thank you. And thank you.
I also want to thank you too. You've been a father, you've been a good husband. Thank you for always making me to laugh. Even when you say I'm nagging, you make sure that everything ends in laughter. I want to appreciate you for that. My love. Love you so much.
Glory to God.
Amen.
Sharing a life with you has been my greatest accomplishment.
No, I don't think we need to see. Just let me show you. Let me show you. Yes. This one, I think this one I've done it. Okay. That answers all the questions.
Well, sharing my life with you, I can say it has been the greatest thing that I ever had. You have changed a lot of things and you have turned things around for good for me. I cherish you. You have been a very wonderful and progressive woman. Because even if I want to do anything, I say no. It will be no. But because we share the same dream, it works. And that is why we can be thanking God today where we are.
Thank you for that compliment.
If I'm given chance again to come back, I will still marry you. You have been there always. I always support you. Even sometimes when you have more, you don't make me feel as if you have it. You still entrust everything into my hand. I don't have ring here. I will have reproposed.
My parents did not enjoy their marriage. Both of them are late now.
It is well. 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 It is well.
Growing up, seeing my mother and my father fighting.
It is well.
It was not a palatable experience. As a young child, I made up my mind that my marriage will work. And God has helped me, is working.
Sharing my life with you has been a great thing that I'm thankful to God that I did not miss it. You have been a supportive husband, an understanding one, and you take me for who I am. And you know that being supportive has really helped me to explore my world. You didn't cage me so that I'll be able to become who God has destined me to be. I'm grateful for that.
You know, coming from a polygamous house, I have that fear of marriage. That was why when I grew up, I had to pray, and God favored me with you.
What I've learned from this show is, I know my husband is a very straightforward person. He doesn't like to be a diplomatic man. He wants to see the way it is. And that's what I'm seeing today. And I think I'm happy about that.
You know, women, when you praise them, their head will swell up. So I was able to praise her in her presence for the first time.
I was like looking at him as he was saying it, that I so much precious to you. I don't know. This session of 100% honest has joined us together more than before.
One major thing from this show that I've learned about her is her sincerity. She did not want to hide anything. The show has really, bring out that in her. I'm grateful to God.
The advice I can give all the young people of nowadays, they should be patient. They shouldn't just rush because this one has money, that one. You shouldn't rush marriage, something like that. Ask God. They should let their parents know what they are doing. They shouldn't just jump into marriage.
I think what makes marriage last longer is that understanding and patience.
We have to be patient. Very, very important, because if I'm not patient, I will not be here. Tolerating one another, loving one another matters a lot.
By the special grace of God, coming together with you has been a memorable time. I want to make the covenant that God, in His infinite mercy, will keep us together now and forever. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
With my body and my soul, I love you in the day of plenty and in the day of scarcity, in good health, and the other way around. I promise to stay by you and you alone. The death do us part.
Literature students.
I promise in the name of the Lord that I will never disappoint you. As we are getting into this marriage, good things will be our own.
I love you so much.
If I put my mouth inside there, it will clean everything. So I don't want to do that.